Alright, evening. Just got done watching the last episode of Super. It's episode 108. Um, overall, I thought the episode was weird. A lot of things I didn't like about it. Might have been some things I liked about it. Like, some things I thought were funny. Some things I thought were interesting. And then, but overall, it's just I was more disappointed than anything. Because, I feel like there are a lot of things, at least a couple things that it seemed like they were going somewhere with it since this arc started, or at least since before the tournament started, and then it's just it's kind of wasted potential. And I'm about to get into that. So I mean, basically, this whole episode was fucking starts off with Gohan fighting that Yardjack guy. Well, it was actually Goku fighting that universe fighting we began. So they're going at it, and then Gohan's fighting the Yardjack guy. The Yardjack guy's kicking his ass basically. Kind of thought it was interesting, but first of all, I thought, hey, why the fuck? This would have been, if Goku had bothered to teach Gohan instant transmission all this time, this would have been interesting. But hey, whatever. So he got his ass kicked just because he didn't know instant transmission. Guy was really good at it, so whatever. Fucking Frieza jumps in out of nowhere. Oh, finally this guy shows up after what, 10 fucking episodes? He's been away for 10. Well, he made an appearance in, what was it, 102 or something, and then 100. Yeah, he had a few appearances here and there, but he hadn't done shit until we haven't seen him do shit until this episode. It's whatever. Fucking shows up and he jumps in, sort of, or it's Frieza. Funny thing about this whole episode, he kept me guessing the whole time. What is this nigga doing? He's just, one minute he wants to do this, the next minute he wants to do that. He's just back and forth. I'm like, what are you doing? Did you hear that fucking noise that he made soon as he came in? It was like a howl, yo! As soon as he came down, I'm like, why are you making that noise? It's so weird. He's just making me laugh. So he jumped in, sort of, and he's just talking shit to Gohan, and then he's like, no, well, I'm gonna jump in or whatever, and then, or at least the Yardra guy thought he was gonna jump in. Everyone thought he was gonna jump in, and then the Yardra guy's like, yo, you gonna jump in? He's like, nah, I got next. Basically, he just moved out the way. I was gonna watch, and I got next. I'm like, okay. He's just coming in and just talk some shit. So y'all just guys like, okay, well, back to where I left off. Then just continuing to kick Gohan's ass. He's about to blast him, and Frieza goes, nope. It's just interrupts, and then the other guy's like, yo, what are you doing? I thought you said you weren't gonna jump in. I'm like, he's confusing me. Why does he keep changing his mind? So he jumped in again. He's like, nah, fam. Yeah. I can't remember his exact reasoning, but he was just like, yeah, no. And then he fucking jumps in and starts beating the other guy's ass. And then everyone thinks he's gonna kill him. And for a moment, I was like, there's no fucking way he's gonna kill him, because that would be stupid, right? Frieza's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna kill him. But he does fuck him up really bad. I mean, I don't know if he dies or whatever after he knocks him off. But yeah. Oh, by the way, so Frieza fucking kicked, he blasted him, and the guy's pretty clearly about to, he's just done. And Frieza's just one thing, and then I immediately just kicks him the fuck off. So that reminds me of last fucking episode. First, why the fuck didn't Frost just do that with fucking the bottle when he trapped when he trapped Vegeta in it, or when he attacked Master Roshi? Why the fuck didn't he just do that? You see what I'm saying? They even showed in the flashback. He had all that time, but he fucking just laughed and stood there and postulated. I'm like, nigga, why don't you just chuck that bitch off? Frieza could do it. Clearly, you guys are basically the same. I don't really understand why he couldn't just do it. So it's whatever. And I'm gonna get to more of that. But yeah, so fucking yeah, he fucking kicks the guy off, and then Frieza's like, now it's your turn, bitch. And then Frost jumps in. He shows up. He's like, hey man, what's up? Basically, and then you just sucking his dick or whatever. And then they're both just talking about fucking attacking Gohan now, and it's like, are you go like where are you going with this? I don't think it's a good idea, right? You know, um, fucking Frost goes, hey, you go first, and if you're lying, and then I'll fucking, if you're lying about working with me, then I'll fucking, he's got his energy blast like up, and if he's just like, oh wow, look at this guy, edgy, right? No, whatever. But I'm just like, okay, well that's interesting. If they've been working together all this time, I don't know why he's all of a sudden getting so distrustful, but whatever. Um, and then Frieza like starts attacking Gohan, and I'm sitting there thinking, no fucking way. Like, is this actually happening? Like I'm thinking, he's not dumb enough to actually do this, right? I'm like, what is the actual point? And meanwhile, they're going off. Well, I'll get to that. He's attacking Gohan, and it's like, I'm just like, no, I got complaints, but anyway, let's get to this first. So he attacks Gohan, and then, what was it? Frost, like, he got him down basically, but he hasn't like done anything else yet. So he takes time to go, and like after like Frieza transforms and like whoops his ass or whatever. He's got Gohan down. I have problems with that fight too, but it's whatever. I'll get to it. And then so after they fight it out, and then Gohan's like on the ground or whatever. Frieza turns to Frost, and they're talking and all that stuff. And Frost's like, "Oh, I didn't know you could transform like that." Frieza's like, "Yeah, man, but you can do it if you train. It's cool." And he's giving some advice, whatever. He's like, "Yeah, but like," he transforms back. He's like, "We should be able to do this first." It's like the Frieza race equivalent of like go freaking, hey, before you get this one, master this one first. Basically, just tell him how it works. He buffs up, tell him how it works, and he's like, hey, yeah, so you should be able to do this too. And give him advice and shit. Frost is like, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I can do that. And he just fucking does it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you could do it. I don't know why I fucking did it before, but sure. Yeah, so then Frieza's like giving him more advice. I was like, I kind of felt like he was gonna do some shit, but I didn't know. I was like, if Frost was gonna get him to be all backstabby, I feel like Frieza's gonna do it too or something. I don't know what's happening. And then he fucking does it, and he pretty much catches him off guard and blasts him straight off the ring. And I'm just like, huh. Well, you got him. Not much like to say. I mean, you let your guard down and he got you. I mean, whatever, And then Gohan gets up. And I thought he was gonna complain about if he's doing that shit, and then they reveal that apparently, Gohan started working with. Like, he figured out Frieza was like fucking planning this out, pretty much to trick Frost, and then Gohan like just goes along with it. I'm like, okay, still a bit suspect to me, but I roll with it. So yeah, he goes on, and he's like, yeah, so I figured that out, and then fucking Frost, he's about to walk out. Fucking Frost gets mad. He's like, you fucking bitch, you fucking tricked me. So it's like, yeah, nigga, what? I don't fucking like you. This bitch, I'm Frieza, I use everybody. I don't give a fuck. Frost is about to do some shit, and then Zeno immediately goes, nope, get the fuck out. This is racism. I'm like, oh man. I had comments about that too, but yeah, I mean, especially getting into that, and then, like, I think, yeah, Goku, did it end with, I think, no, it didn't end with Goku still fighting her. Goku was fighting her, but ends with like them pretty much walking away. Frieza walking away from Gohan and whatever, and everyone's just like, we don't really know what Frieza's up to. We thought we knew, but now we're not sure. But we're gonna keep our eyes on him. So whatever. And then there's the preview. I want to talk about that too, but so many things to talk about this episode. First of all, with the whole, the whole thing with like Goku and BBN, like fighting in the beginning. Um, I mean, at this point, I I don't think it's just gonna change, but it still kind of bugs me how he's still fucking dicking around. He's fighting her in base form, and you got fucking Krillin and whatever on sitting on the sidelines just talking about the whole fight like, oh, Goku's getting all confused and shit. Now I'm just like, nigga, why don't you like, why are you messing around? Basically, I don't understand. Why are you fighting her in base first of all? Which I think is contributing to your problem. Um, you know, what what are you doing? Like, what's the actual little point of this fight other than the fact like why are you fight? I know why Reaper wants to fight you, which I'm fine with her doing it, but why are you fighting her? Like I don't. She just came up to you and you were just like okay. I mean, that's not exactly how it happened because at first you tried to save Master Roshi and then you just kind of said fuck it after the fact. Apparently I don't, and now you just kind of you're still rolling with it. Like I mean, was there someone else you had? Is there someone else you had to be before she even came up to you, or no? You just kind of said, "Fuck it." You like this is what I'm talking. He just fucking just does anything he wants, and it's just like I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on in his head anymore. But yeah, so there's that. I'm like, why is he getting confused? I don't understand that. But yeah, I don't know. What the fuck ever. I'm not like it didn't excite me. It's like I don't care. Like this wouldn't be a problem if he just transformed at least once. I don't, but whatever. Um, and then the whole Yardra fight. When this fight going on, I'm sitting there thinking, why the fuck in all this time? This is actually one of those times where if Goku had taught any of these guys the instant transmission, it probably would have been much as big of an issue. I mean, yeah, that Yardra guy probably would still have been much better at it than any of the other guys are, maybe even Goku. But I mean, why didn't he at least bother to teach them all this time? But it's whatever. Can't change the fact that he didn't teach them. So whatever. And then part of me thought might be a better matchup if Goku actually fought him, but I don't know. It just seemed like a random ass matchup. Like, why is he fighting Gohan? But it's whatever. Oh yeah, they got this pen in my hand. Don't mind me. I'm picking stuff up as I'm talking. But yeah, fucking. So they fight. Yeah, Frieza's fucking changes his mind and shit the whole time. This made me laugh. And then this just the whole time while universe all the guys in Universe 7 in the sidelines is just talking about fucking what Frieza plans to do and which is pretty much like always kind of it seems like he's making the right guesses, like the most accurate guesses about Frieza's motives every time he speaks. I'm sitting there thinking, when the fuck did you figure this out? When the fuck did any of you figure this out? Like, we haven't seen anything about him. We haven't heard him talk about any of his plans since as far back as episode 98 or whatever, when they started this tournament, or 97, was one of those two. And then for basically 10, and then now he's not even saying anything, and then now everyone's just guessing what? How did you figure all this out? I don't know what's happening. Maybe they're just really good at guessing things. I feel like it was a little bit too early to reveal that. I mean, I would have liked if there was more suspense built up to it, but whatever. At this point, I feel like it's pretty much par for the course. They're just rushing everything, so why not rush this too? So yeah, there's that. And then when Frost shows up, they pretty much reveal that they were working together. I'm like, why? Frieza's like, yeah, cat's out of the bag. I'm like, yeah, why are they revealing everything? It's like, I don't get it. They just give up and be like, yeah, fuck it, just because we're gonna fuck. I guess considering how quickly they ended that whole fucking partnership, I guess they had no choice but to be like, yeah, they're working together. Now we're just gonna fucking get rid of them. I send them off. I mean, tell them what they plan to do before you send them off. I mean, I don't know. So there's that. A little bit too. I feel like the reveal kind of ruined everything. All the reveals. The whole Frost Frieza dynamic. Honestly, I feel like that was a little bit too predictable. Like, why didn't I would have liked it if they actually really worked together, more than what we've seen. And I'm sure they've worked together in the whole episode. We haven't fucking seen them, but we haven't seen it. That's the thing. So it's like we didn't really get to see any of it. And then, the one time they both actually show up together, one episode actually looks like they're actually gonna confront someone. It turns out no, neither of them trusted each other, and then even then, um, you know, one of them tricked the other person. I'm just like, okay, I feel like that whole thing was kind of wasted. I'm like, why? Someone mentioned this like way back, since like that whole thing started. Like, oh, the whole Frost Freezer dynamic, it's probably gonna be wasted or something like that. They're probably gonna make it so one of them betrays the other. Like, you don't see it happening, like, or something like that. Like, it was gonna fizzle out, and it did. And it's just like, when I find out it wasn't even really authentic. It's like, I kind of wish they would work together. I wish I wish Frost actually helped participate in Frieza's game, and maybe vice versa, you know. But we didn't see any of that, so it's kind of seeming like wasted potential. They could have gone somewhere with it, but they didn't. So that kind of disappointed me. Um, the whole fact that Frost got eliminated like so easily, like Frieza's blasting him, like Colin McCoy blasting him. I mean, that, and it's like, I think about the only guy he took out from Universe 7, right? Because that was his plan. The only person he took out was Krillin, and it's just like, that was great and all. But he's like, he had the opportunity to take out at least 2 more guys, and he didn't fucking do it because of the last episode, because the plot induced stupidity. And I saw a lot of that going on this episode, but before I get into that, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's such a waste. You build up all that tension about him having a plan to fucking eliminate people, and he only gets one person. The next 2 people he tried to get, for some reason he didn't, because all of a sudden he decided, hey, so I'm just gonna dick around, even though I said I was gonna eliminate you, whatever. He fails and runs away, and then he comes back for the next episode. They just did Frieza just nope, get the fuck out. I was just like, he didn't really get to do anything, and it's like, it's a waste. So much time building up a character, and then you just fucking. And so much of this happening in this arc. I'm gonna get into that too, but it's like, it's just a waste, and it's just like, I can't. Disappointed. So he was wasted. The whole Frieza versus Gohan thing. I'm just like, I as stupid as I think it was dumber that Gohan picked it up, and then they would just, and then they started like acting it out. I was just like, well, that kind of makes it. I mean, it makes it less of a dick move on Frieza's part, but at the same time, it kind of makes it stupider because the tension's kind of a little bit. In my opinion, it's like it's even less tension because it's just like, oh, they were just joking, and then Gohan just happened to figure it out. It's like, whatever, I could buy that. He figured it out, but at the same time, it's just like, oh, so this whole time Frieza's just like JK, and he didn't. Frieza wasn't actually trying to do some shit, or was he? It's like, we don't really know. They keep making this whole thing mysterious, which I think it's weird how they're doing it, but I do like the fact that they haven't, as far as they haven't officially revealed his motives yet. Maybe, I don't know, because now all of a sudden they're like, oh, the same guys on the sidelines were like, well, we don't really know what he's planning now. It's weird. And I'm like, okay, I hope they keep that going. Like, I'd rather. Because I'd rather keep that suspense going and see what he's doing. Like, just wonder what he's doing in the background. Maybe show more of it. Like, don't just make this guy show up and tuck him away again for another like fucking 10 episodes. Like, no, let this nigga like go about and do some stuff. Let us see what what else he's planning on doing. Yeah, but now they got their eyes on him, so I feel it's gonna be hard for Frieza to pull anything off. But whatever. I don't think he's as incompetent as Frost. Apparently, even though Frost is a schemer, I don't know how the fuck. That's probably stupid, but he got eliminated so quick. But whatever. Yeah, so there's that. And then fucking okay. So let's say even if he wasn't like even if he was like just messing around, he wasn't planning on actually betraying Gohan this whole time, right? Fucking Zeno, right, confuses the shit out of me because everyone thought that, right? Everyone thought he was trying to do some shit. I'm sure Zeno thought that too. Like, there's no fucking way Zeno knew that Frieza was playing this from the get. No fucking way. But so Zeno thought that. He let the fight happen for some amount of time, right? He didn't do anything about it. I'm sitting there thinking, I thought before Frieza even was gonna attempt anything, I was like, There's no way Zeno's gonna let it happen. He fucking lets it happen. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Is this guy just dumb now? Like, I don't understand. Like, or Zeno just not consistent at all? Like, what the fuck does he want? Or does he just have some hard on for Universe 7? Because it's like, he lets it happen. He lets them fight amongst themselves. And he's like, wow, cool. I'm just like, I don't. Why are you excited about that? Like, like legit, why are you excited about that? What is it that makes it so interesting to you? I don't understand. And then, well, why are you letting this happen? And then fucking as soon as like this one I can kind of get, but it speaks to the inconsistency, or it's just what speaks to my confusion. As soon as Frost is eliminated and he's trying to attack Freeze from the outside, as soon as he just barely gets ready, Zeno's like, nope, erases him, like get the fuck out, no outside attacks allowed. I'm just like thinking, okay, you were so quick to say no to that, but then you fucking but you let them fight amongst themselves in the fucking like freezing go on and fight amongst themselves in the fucking like ring. I don't understand that. Well, why are you okay with that? I don't know. I don't understand I don't know what he wants, and it's confusing. And it's not the first it's not the first time. It's like the first time and the other times I thought he would do something. At least one other time was when he fucking what was it? But each fucking time Master Roshi did this, by the way, but to start from the very first time, Master Roshi pulled out the bottle and he was about to did the Mafaba and he's trying to seal someone into the bottle. I'm just like, you know, even call attention to him, like, isn't that against the rules? Like, he's not supposed to bring bottles from the outside or something. Zeno just goes, no, that's good because it looked cool. Pretty much, he gave him a pass. I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? You know, and I let that. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. It's kind of weird, but whatever. But I didn't forget, and it still kind of bugged me. And then even now, it's like he did it like 3 other times. Zeno didn't complain, and then now he lets fucking Universe 7 do what they want. I'm sitting there thinking, or the guy from Universe 7 do what they want. I'm sitting there thinking, Zeno, do you have this hard on for Universe 7 or something? Is it just okay when they do something that's kind of questionable, or what? I don't understand. And I don't think Zeno knew whether Frieza was about to kill the Yardrat guy or not either. People were building up to it and complaining about it from the outside. Like, is he gonna fucking do it? Is he gonna fucking do it? Zeno just like lets the whole thing happen. I don't know. I know this nigga's watching the whole episode, so how the fuck is he not like? Why is he not caught? Like, why is he not? Why is it the only thing he stopped was Frost? I don't understand. He's confusing me, and it's getting on my nerves because it's making him look like really dumb and really like just off the wall, fucking chaotic or just unpredictable. I'm sitting there thinking, and it's like on one hand, I can see how it kind of works, but on the other hand, it doesn't because it's like, well, if he's so unpredictable, why the fuck did you bother to like mess with this guy and Goku bother to mess with this guy and have this tournament in the first place? Like, and it's like any little thing he could go which way or another. Apparently, it's what it seems like, depending on what he likes and what he doesn't like. I don't understand. It's like Beerus called attention to this. I'm like, when they first started, he's like, don't just go to Zeno and do this because Zeno, whatever. He's unpredictable. You don't want to mess with him, and it's like, yeah, he's unpredictable, but like in a different way. Like he's not. He's letting a lot of things slide with Universe 7. He's fucking. I don't understand. He's confusing the shit out of me. Like I don't understand. Yeah. So there's that. It's fucking. What else? I'm also really confused as to how that fight between Gohan and Frieza was allowed to happen, like go on for as long as it did in the first place, despite the fact, regardless of the fact that Frieza wasn't even taking it seriously. That doesn't fucking matter because, at least not in the beginning. Because as far as like most of the guys in the Universe 7 on the benches thought he was serious, Actually, they thought that right until Gohan got up. So, and it's like, so this is what baffles me. The guys in the ring on their team not one of them showed up to do anything. No one. There was no panel way to even, show them sensing it or thinking about it or whatever. And it's just like, I don't. So you mean to tell me this whole time? Like I know Goku was fighting with Ribi, and I'll get to that in a minute. But you mean to tell me this whole time Vegeta didn't sense it, Vegeta wouldn't jump in, he wouldn't get pissed off if Frieza's up some shit again, show up and like just, I don't know, at least curse him out. Piccolo didn't fucking, what the fuck was Piccolo like this whole fucking time? Like, neither of them showed up. There was nothing, no mention of them whatsoever. So that confused the shit out of me. I was like, you mean to tell me not, at least not one of them would come to this side? Not even Piccolo? What? Um, Goku, I understand he was fighting BBN, sort of. But why didn't they show him at least, like, pan away to him, like, at least sensing it? You know, be like, oh man, you know, Gohan is you know, because I know apparently they're supposed to all be happening at the same time. But you mean to tell me he didn't sense it, or at the very least, like, oh, Gohan's like fighting Frieza, you know, hey, you know, and he's fucking him up, kind of, you know, maybe I should go and help him, you know, or you know that or something, or even, you know, like, at least show him sensing it, you know, and then maybe thinking about it. Like, I don't know what his thoughts are. I don't even know if he know. Like, Goku, did you not fucking notice that your son was getting like beat up, so to speak? At least it looked like it did, or it might have felt like it did. But you know, it's like, why didn't you at least? Why didn't they show us you at least thinking about going to save him or help him out or something? Like, you didn't do anything, and I'm confused. You know, I don't understand. You know, and it's like, why didn't Beerus? I thought Beerus. I was kind of thinking Beerus might actually like scream at Goku, like, Goku, go help your son, since they're watching the whole fucking thing. Why didn't he just do that? I don't understand. I'm not saying he should help him because, oh, you know, you're his dad. I mean, it's not like that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, at least pragmatically speaking, he's one of the strongest members of your team. And one of the other strongest members of your team is fucking this guy up. And, you know, it's getting a little chaotic, you know, and you might actually need him or whatever. Or at the very least, he's up to shenanigans. Like, you said, if he was gonna do some shenanigans, you would stop him. He's doing that right now, and you're not doing anything. I'm confused. Even though he didn't mean it, apparently, like, everyone else fucking thought he did. It looked like it did. It looked like he did. Like, did you just not? Did you just know he didn't mean it? Like, and you were just like, yeah, no, go on, it'll be fine. He's not gonna do. Like, what the fuck is going on through his head? I don't know. It's confusing me. You know, like, Super's doing it again. They're just showing things, and a lot of them is just not connecting. I don't understand that. So that happened. No one fucking showed up to help him. I'm confused. Like, so I don't get that. Yeah. And then fucking, what was I gonna talk about? So the preview, right? Yeah, I don't understand. So, okay, first of all, I guess this might be the new, like, it might be the 2 hour, like, I mean, excuse me, the 2 episode one, so the hour long special, whatever, that's coming up next week or something. I don't know. But here's what I understand, right? So the preview is apparently Goku's still fighting Vivian, and at some point he goes to fight Jiren or something. It kind of jumped around, but it's a little confusing. But yeah, that's what I think is the gist of it. I'm like, okay. So one thing he does apparently is he uses the spirit bomb. I just, why is he using the spirit bomb? Like what reason could he have to use a spirit bomb? Like, the only times we've seen him use a spirit bomb were in like major arcs where, you know, it was as far as he knew at the time, or if it was as far as they actually finally determined to be the last ditch effort, you know. And it's like, most of the time they worked, you know, if you include GT. Actually, half the time, then, if you could say in Saga 2, but it doesn't matter, you know. You know, they were the last resort, or it was the last resort, and it's like, is that your last resort against Jiren or something? I don't. Why are you using it against Jiren? Does he tank everything, including this new fucking transformation you're supposed to get still? I don't understand. Like, you mean to tell me he's that much more powerful than you that you had to fucking bust out the spirit bomb, or is it, it's either, I can only think it's either that, or is it, you know, like fucking, like, they're just making him like bust out all the stops, like pull out all his techniques before he gets to the final transformation. Because here's the thing, here's what I've been saying, right? He has blue on top of everything else. He has blue and Kaioken, which he has not used yet at all in this tournament. He still hasn't used blue and Kaioken times 10 since Universe Tournament 6. Yeah, the Universe 6 tournament. He hasn't used that Kaioken and blue and Kaioken times 10. And then I saw the other day about him being able to use like that, or he's gonna end up using blue and Kaioken times 20 against Jiren or something. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay. At first, I thought that's what he was gonna do against, instead of this transformation, this limit breaker transformation that everyone's been spreading around. Because I thought maybe that people were just getting too excited and like getting ahead of themselves. So I wasn't sure if that was real or not. I thought he was gonna do that instead. I thought it was gonna be Kaioken times 20. But apparently, no, he's going to be doing both. Now, I'm going to watch the episode. I'm going to watch him just to find out for sure. But I'm sitting here thinking, what is is it that he's going to be, like, if he's going to, so here's the thing. Blue is already supposed to be really powerful. Blue and Kaioken are already supposed to be powerful. Blue and Kaioken times 10 is really powerful. And he hasn't used it since that, well, like 3 arcs ago or something. He hasn't used Blue and Kaioken times 20 at all. You know, and it's like, that's 20 times the power of Blue. I don't, like, that's a lot. It's a fucking lot. And you mean to tell me that already that's not going to be enough? So he's going to have to use his limit breaker form. On top of that, he's going to be using the Spirit Bomb? What the fuck? Like, are you trying to tell me Jiren is that much power? That's so much more powerful that he's going to fucking just tank every fucking thing Goku throws at him? So he just runs out of options and Goku's just like, oh man, you know, you beat everything I think you did, all my strongest attacks, so it's like everything I fucking do with you, so now I have to fucking just make the, you know, get into this new transformation because you just, I mean, like, they're really just gonna have to, like, they're gonna pull, like, make him pull out like all his techniques or something, just to like spell it out for us that like Jiren is just so fucking powerful. Like, there's no fucking way Goku can do this without transforming into that new transformation. Like, I don't understand. What is the point of that? Also, no one's ever using a tournament setting. Why the fuck is he using it? Like, he's never using. Why is he using a tournament setting? It's a tournament. Yes, I know the stakes are high, and I know you still have this really, you still basically doing it as an enemy that's really powerful. But you mean to tell me that in a tournament where he's dicking around, he's gonna use one of those that technique, Spirit Bomb? He's never used it before in the tournament. Why the fuck is he doing it now? I don't understand. It's really confusing. Also, who the fuck is letting him this energy? Like, yeah, I'm apparently gonna find out when I'm watching it, so whatever. But right now, you know, I'm confused. Like, who's lending it to him? It better not be any of the fucking guys from on the bench from Universe 7, because Zeno just said outside attacks are not allowed. So I would think by extension, the outside interference is not allowed either. Outside help. So don't, unless he fucking just has a hard line for Universe 7, just let it fucking have it. I don't know, but it better not be fucking them. But who else is gonna do it? Like, I don't remember who I was. They have like, 17, 18, fucking, they have like 6 people left on the team or some shit like that. So it's like, okay, Universe 6 gonna join it? Like, who the fuck is gonna lend him this energy for this Spirit Bomb? I don't understand that. And how the fuck is he gonna have the time to do this? You know, this episode alone, all that shit happened in just 1 minute. I'm pretty sure the episode before said you had 30 minutes, and then they had 30 minutes, and now the end of this episode they said they had 29. So you've been telling this whole fucking fight between Gohan and Frieza, and and the Yardrat guy, and all that, and Frieza's fight with the Yardrat guy, all that shit happened in 1 minute. And you trying to tell me, like, Spirit Bomb has been shown, even in series time, however long that fucking was, to take fucking forever. You trying to tell me now that he's gonna have the time to just assuming regardless of whether he even has to hide or not, to gain all this energy just to be able to build that shit up? What? I don't understand. So I don't know. That's confusing, but personally, I don't see the point. It seems really just jarringly inconsistent, but what fucking ever. So there's that. I just remembered, the fact that the 17, 18 are still in too. Yeah, and that's another thing. I meant to say that beforehand, I just forgot. That's probably the last thing I say, but yeah, I don't know why the fuck didn't they join in when Frieza was doing this shit? I mean, there's no, I don't understand. You know, like, were they just not able to sense what was going on? I don't know. It's confusing. I don't know what the fuck they are. They haven't been shown to do anything, but whatever. Yeah, this episode's a bit of a clusterfuck. The preview is confusing as hell. The episode's confusing as hell. I don't really understand what's going on with some of these characters, and I'm like, what the point of this? Like, some things just seem to be dropped or revealed too fast, and I'm just a lot of this is a bit of a waste of potential there, and disappointment. A lot of disappointment in this episode. So, yeah, I'll stop with that. Probably make another video on some other topics related to this arc. This one's already getting long, so I'll stop there. Yeah, that'll be it. Alright, so next video.